But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Love buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first and 10, here's Locke. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Locke now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of these.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
47's the mic, boys. 47. 2, fellas, let's go. Check. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to say, go.
From the gun, Love. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And able to get this one. Across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
52's the mark, boy. 50. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mark 47. Hey, me and you on deck. On deck.
To throw again. Love. And this is caught by Watkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Heavy on the edges.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak.
Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end to make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there. Well done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. The kick by Bryant is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a throw here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Lock now on first down. He'll find Lindsey here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2-18, chopper. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Under 10. 10. Wahoo. Chuck 66.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Delta. 52.
Throwing on first down. Love. This is Shepard on the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
52's the mic. Exit, exit. 52's the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, exit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They look to throw. It's Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Locke will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
On 1st down, Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing his lock on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. Everyone
loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Head up. No. Check that. Head up. 2 right here. Blue dark porker. Ready.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, QB, come on. Ready?
Lock going to go on 4th down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Red. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Seam 6. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives